and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now back to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. He'll be dropped. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll run for it with Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but dealt with a few lapses that they're looking to correct. After another really nice run, this is where defense coordinator earns his money. His dad's been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try and find a way to take the ball away from them?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them both on the sack. They'll make that a 2nd sack here in their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they got to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
Number 35. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver's taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll get only a couple down to the 44. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
11.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. This is caught inside the 15. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 1st and goal at the 1. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Lions post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll decide to now bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Out of the gun now on third down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The over that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The throw over the middle taken in. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The throw for Tony is intercepted. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Now it's Burrow. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll work this down inside the 30. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he stopped immediately there. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side.
Here we go.
Coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by the... Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, I'm so confused, Charles. So they accepted that penalty, but that gives the ball back to the offense.
Yeah, I'm checking my ears too, Brandon, because you and I both had to have heard that wrong, right? You get the turnover, but then you decline it and put them right back out on the field with a second chance. Forget getting to the airport. Let's go to the post-game press conference and hear him explain this one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Yeah, he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short.
A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and 4.
He'll try and run for it. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example of that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now the Lions going to stop this momentarily as they call the timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys for moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
83 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
They go play action with Burrow. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught at the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 63 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full half steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Taking down right now at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
1st down, New York.
Okay, right?
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
Let's go! Strikers, 3-3.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first and 10, Joe Burrow. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now back to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll get this out to Barkley complete. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is playing?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go, here we go.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Thomas.
Burrow on play action. Flush to his right.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. First down, here's Burrow. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Here we go.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Burrow. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So how about the season, Charles, if he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because now it moves it past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0.
Here we go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now it's Burrow.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Here we go.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as